Xpedimeet, powered by Amicus Mediation and Arbitration Group, offers parties a web-based mediation solution. It allows parties to participate in the mediation or arbitration conference via web camera. Xpedimeet reduces travel time, time out of the office, and expense by allowing parties to attend their ADR conference virtually. Xpedimeet differs from other web conferencing programs in that it allows the mediator, moderator, and attending parties to separate and converse in private caucus rooms online. Parties can share and exchange documents and video from their legal file, or use the live, real-time whiteboard or notepad features to present their position. Now presenting the matter of Parker v. Mahoney. Prior to the mediation, each party will receive a link through email to direct them to the web conference. Once all parties have joined the conference, the mediation begins.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. Okay, as you know, I'm Hillary Evans, and I'm going to be your mediator today. I appreciate the time you've taken out of your days to be here, so I'm confident we're going to be able to make some real progress towards settling the case. Just a few words on what to expect in the mediation and how the Xpedimeet mediation will work. Okay. Similar to a regular mediation, we're going to have a joint session. And that's kind of like what you see here. We can all see each other. Excuse me, we can all hear each other. We're going to talk about the case facts, how the accident occurred, the injuries, damages sustained, and any other relevant facts. For our purposes, this main room that we have will be called the joint conference room. Okay? So when I say I'm going to take you back to the joint group room or the joint conference room, you'll know that I'm referring to this. After we've outlined the case facts and made sure we're on the same page, I'm going to be talking to each side privately. How this will occur is I'll pull each of you out of this group room into a private room where only those in the room can chat. Okay? The other rooms that remain in the joint session room, the others will remain in the joint session room and they'll not be able to hear us or see us. Now, I think I hear a little background noise, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, if you look to the right of your screen, you're going to see your microphone may be on. It may be coded as green. If you would click on that and turn it red, then that might help with some, any reverb or any issues along those lines. So if you would go ahead and do that now, that would be great. Okay, so again, when we go into the private caucus room, any discussions that we have about value, your position on the case, trial strategy will be discussed in private. Anything that you tell me in the private caucus room will remain private unless you expressly allow me or ask me to convey something. And that would be offers and demands or your position on value. Okay? Now, it's important to know that you can freely talk about the case and your settlement positions. If you have any questions about the mediation process or any tech issues, you can bring them up in the joint session or in the private caucus room, whatever you like. Also, since this is the first time some of you have participated in an Xpedimeet webcam mediation, we're going to have an Xpedimeet expert standing by on my end in case anyone has any tech issues. Will be times in the course of the mediation that I will ask to speak to the attorneys alone because there may be some specific legal questions and discussions that we wish to clarify. So in those instances, I'm going to move you to the plaintiff's room, and then we'll be circling back from time to time to include you in the discussions or keep you updated of the progress we're making. With that, why don't we start? Mr. Martin, why don't you begin? Why don't we start talking a little bit about the case?
Yeah, the accident did cause her some injuries. And those injuries include a fracture to her hand, where her hand hit the window. That fracture resulted in an
John, if you don't mind, I just have something to add, if that's okay. I'd like to interject that, like, liability is disputed in my insured in terms of Mr. Parker pulled out in front of him on Main Street out of the B&B parking lot, but it's a little unclear, and my insured illustrated this on the police report, but I think that's something that we need to look at if we're going to go forward.
You know what? Why don't we do this? Garrett, you're indicating that your insured had a different version of how the accident happened. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a whiteboard feature. This will allow you to be able to show everybody on the call or on the Xpedimeet mediation how the accident occurred from your insured's perspective.
Okay.
So as you see, I just brought up a whiteboard. Garrett, if you could click on the pencil and begin to illustrate.
I had to actually open it up because they had to reset a bone or two and repair that tendon. In addition to that, there were a bunch of miscellaneous costs. Like operating room, ambulance, anesthesiologist. So the actual reduction was $20,000. We got miscellaneous costs for $10,000. She had a lot of diagnostic testing in relationship to the RSD that developed. It was about $7,500 of that. And she's had occupational therapy, about $15,000.
Would I be able to get a copy of those, Tom? I don't think I have the most recent file, pictures for my file. Could you upload those to me?
Actually, you know what we can do? Okay, what I'm going to do is we can upload that right to the mediation if you like. Okay, Gary, Tom, what I'm going to ask you to do is we're going to go ahead, folks, and we're going to click on, there's an icon at the top of the toolbar here that has, it looks like a globe with an up arrow, and down arrow. And we're going to go and upload those files. Okay, guys, at this point, I'm going to go and I'm going to pull Defense Counsel Garrett into a private caucus room. I'm just going to ask that you guys stay put here. Again, if you have to leave your desk for any reason, just put, some information in the public chat at the bottom right corner, letting us know, where you've gone, what you're doing, just so that we know if we bump back into the joint room, what's going on. Hey, Garrett.
Hi, Hillary.
So, okay, in the joint room. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit first about the file. Tell me how you feel about this case. What are your initial thoughts?
Honestly, Hillary, I really feel that the liability is the real big question here.
The big things to be concerned about are the Bronx venue, of course. It's a very, very as unpredictable a venue as you could probably get. It's very, very pro-plaintiff. Very big dollars. So you got that risk factor. Then, you've got good solid injuries. You got a scar, you have a surgery, you have that. We're not talking soft tissue, questionable stuff. Hi, guys. Okay, I've spoken with Garrett a bit. I left him, in the other room. Tom, I'm going to take you, I'd like to talk, Randy, to your attorney for a little bit. So I'm going to leave you in the joint session, and I'm going to Tom over to another room. Okay, gang, well, I'm happy to report that we've got a settlement in place for the amounts that we had discussed earlier. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the settlement agreement or the amount in writing so everyone can see it. And just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So I'm going to bring up the notebook feature. Now, I'm also going to upload a copy of our mediation settlement agreement. That's already been filled out with the full terms of the agreement. So you guys can download that, sign that, and circulate that. Or if you prefer, Garrett, I'm assuming that you guys will be preparing some releases on your end. And before sending out the settlement funds. Okay, so I just want to thank each of you for participating today. And I'm just glad we were able to settle that. Congratulations, Ms. Parker, and to all of you. And I hope you have a great day.
Xpedimeet, simplifying your ADR experience.